Going to continue this reading. I must be saying something good, and I will repeat this 5 times over this entire day if I want to. I will repeat, that's the thing about me because I sure can do it. I will repeat if I need to. I will repeat everything I said later and maybe even break it up in pieces just to prove or just to make it clear that I will speak and what I want said will be said and heard. Simple as that. Okay. But for the sake of continuing the reading and not backtracking, I'm going to go back later and look at the other one and see if I need to do any of that, okay? And if I do, don't worry, collective, I will do just that. Okay? I will do just that. So, again, they offered your children, okay, to entities, groups, cults, covens, corrupt enterprises, secret societies, to do things to you and your children. They were offered stuff, and they have gone around offering other people stuff who is just as stanky and foul as they are. Okay? You're like a good luck charm. It's kind of like they want to use you and your children like a good luck charm, but because of who you are, this is why they keep hoovering around you. Okay? But it means that you would have to have misfortune, that you would have to stay in some kind of energy that is supposed to be their energy. Okay? Let's clarify this good luck charm. You have 2 of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot. What's happening to this sibling? Truth. Truth. Golden light by the flame. Put a prism around it. It's like electrocuted. I have 12. I think, is this the Hanged Man? In the reverse, the Patient Witch. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. They're not comfortable. They're frustrated. They can't see things from another perspective. They're trying to, figure out a way. Booty. They're trying to figure out a way how to save themselves or get themselves out of a situation. It could also be that they're being exposed with this moon in the reverse, which is they can't sacrifice you or something is changing with that. Okay? They also wanted to keep you possibly in some kind of hangman, and you're not. You're not, You're like, ho. Look at Temperance. There you go. Temperance. Okay, that's the Sagittarian energy. This is patience. This is you. Shit, you drinking, bitch. You're like, where my coffee at, bitch? I got, I'm healing. They could be trying to figure out a way of how to heal. They need your healing energy. It says, let go of self-imposed limitations. Okay, so these persons got self-imposed limitations and they project those self-imposed limitations onto you, which is why they do all these things. Okay? That goes back to the original 8 of Swords that we were talking about, how that's why they do, since they know that you are not in that energy, this is why they cast so much to manufacture it, hoping that that would keep you in a stuck space. Okay, so let's clarify. I want to clarify the lead energy on this karmic, which is the moon in the reverse. What is happening to them? even if they're not, we're not talking about their grandeur or their narcissistic, because that they don't have a grip on. So let's get past that. Truth. Light, the moon in reverse, the truth. What's actually happening to this karmic sibling? That they I know they trying, but what's happening to that ass? I know they trying hard, bitch. Oh, they might be finna go. Ooh, did I see the 8 of Swords? And the lovers, who they talking to? A lover? It says, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. They could be having some issues with friends, partners, lovers, or maybe even another sibling. Will you or won't you do this for me? Queen of Cups reverse. Will it? Will you or won't you manipulate and poison them for me? I have the Queen of Cups reverse coming out, so they could be dealing with a sea witch. This could be a karmic siren. That's how I'm gonna put it, because I don't believe that all energy is necessarily just good. I believe it's based on the being and their resonance and frequency, and I believe that's how it is. It says, honor your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. They're emotional right now. This could be them as well, even if they're not a water sign. They could be talking to people of their past, being, they shouldn't have, for some of you, they could be feeling emotional because there could be some people that's like drilling them, that know about something. Like, you're sick. You're sick. You're sick, and the people who fuck with you is sick. You're sick. They could be doing some major emotional manipulation for those who are still under the cloud, crying, playing the victim now, because they're having issues, but they assaulted your life since you were a fucking teenager. And that played the major role in whatever current state that you all are recovering from is because of them. So the hypocrisy and the double standard to take their ratchet ass around the Americas, crying like they're a victim. And then want to come hoover around you because you like a good luck charm and have some healing energy, skank ass. All these bitches is gonna pay. And they are nunches. And they are nunches. Hoovering around you trying to take your life from you. That's been this person's problem. All the way back to the first story of childhood or young adulthood. They didn't get the job or whatever. There was no other position. So they didn't want you to have your position. So they got with your trash mouth mama and whoever else. And it then decided, no regard for you or your child. That's what I'm saying. It trips me out how people suddenly get the cases of the oh my gods. They didn't have no fucking no regard for you or your child. And how any of that shit that they have been doing affected you. In fact, they got off on it. It made them feel important and powerful. So they need to go ahead and feel important and powerful when that ass. They need to continue to feel important and powerful, bitch. When that ass has got to eat gum and cheese sandwich. Death. They're going through death. Okay, transformation, but endings. People could be wanting to sweep them out, or you wanted to, you want to sweep them out, bitch. Because that's all you've been trying to do, because this person keeps trying to do shit, and you keep trying to clean your energy. They keep trying to do shit for fortune. Look at, like, packing and shit, boxes and moving and shit, whatnot. 13. And then scorpionic energy. Your child possibly. This bitch is gonna wish. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I said this is why shit started happening to her family. But what I hate to say out loud is I just wouldn't be surprised if they actually sacrificed their own people as well, and pretended that that's not what they were doing. Oh, I'm so sorry and sad for you. Grandma Meemaw is sorry that you're old Bookie Boo. Nah, bitch. Meemaw ain't sorry, bitch. Meemaw is the hoe that got the trashy witches to do, to you know, because it works strong on compromised being. And the being is, nigga. Let me get out of there, because that's going to take me to a place I don't want to be. I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. If they're behind the losses in their own family. Even a baby daddy's losses or issues. People in the hospital having seizures. Is it a child that they perhaps deemed invalid? A waste of energy, looking at them as a human fucking grocery store commissary. I wonder if they know that, the baby daddy. I wonder if they know that. I wonder if they involved with it. Because if they're involved with it, then they're going to get some crazy shit to that ass as well. Now, if they're not, I wonder if they know that they skanky baby mama is trash. That they held in such glowing terms and high honor because she hooked her brother up. I wonder. That she, you know, do they know she might be behind any kind of odd, strange, and unusual? Did your wife get sick? Did your wife have some issues? Your girlfriend, your wife, did they have some odd shit? Yes, your trash, baby mama. Something happened to one of your charm. It's your trash, baby mama. While she's saying the hallelujah chorus and talking about the Lord is good on social media. Now, 3 of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or the other. This was you. You're putting yourself out there. You're doing, you know, this is something else they are bothered by. Huh? And one to fuck with. They're narrow-minded here. They're narrow-minded. Their plans to sacrifice you is going kaput. It says the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, and it's in the reverse. Solitary witch. Yeah, it's in the reverse. It says there are some things that must be done on your own. Look, you all have done this. on your own. Okay, they wanted you in isolation. They didn't want you to put yourself out there. Okay, they did chaos and conflict. They did stew for hypnosis, lethargy. They did isolation spells. They did all sorts of stuff to make you, if they couldn't get the isolation spell to work, then it was like, let's amp up the attacks so that the person feels like they just have to, like, you know, they're trying to clear and all of that shit. That ain't working. In fact, you might be sniggling and getting just as devious, but in a high vibrational way, because it's like, oh, the audacity, I'm gonna fuck all of you. Bad. My way. The audacity to follow us around and think because they got a bunch of little flying monkey little nunches that that's gonna mean something. From the maintenance nigga to all the rest of the bitch, you on candy camera. They're going through the dark night of the soul because, and they still, isn't this fascinating, collective? They're going through the dark night of the soul because you're putting yourself out there. And so this is affecting some kind of plans, you know, that them and their anunchas have. Once again, inability to be able to go within. They also keep trying to put it so that you can't go within. So that you can't go within, or that you can't see something from another perspective here. And this is toxic. Look, toxic witches. It says toxic witches on the card. It literally says toxic witches. They are. Every last one of these hoes, and they are nunches. It says, be cautious of those who take more than they could give. Yeah, this is even energetically and spiritually. These people ain't contributed shit but pain and suffering to you and your children. And any kind of giving they ever gave, in the end of it all, created more hardships and pain than it did benefit. Yeah, these are leeches. These energies, these siblings, they're parasites. This is why they need anunches. This is why they have to formulate cults, because they don't know how to do this. They don't know how. Or should I say, let me rephrase that. They don't want to. Maybe they you know, because they're disconnected. I'm told that some of these beings don't have upper chakras, whatever. I don't care. But this is why they're parasitic. This is why they always have a hive and click mentality. What's kind of sad and kind of just unfortunate, all their anunchas don't even fucking know. They're just as clueless as fuck. They're just as clueless. They don't know that the bitch is draining them and bringing hellfire to that ass. Yeah. The sun. Give yourself permission to experience joy. Yeah, they didn't want you experiencing joy. They can only find joy if they can stop you from experiencing joy. That's what their anunchas are for. But this is also telling me that they're being exposed. Let's highlight the Hermit in the reverse, since it's a big time energy, as well as death. These people keep trying to plan your death, and they're planning their own death. and the death of their anunchas. Will you do this for me? And the dumb bitch, sure, because I have the same wounds as you, and I'm stupid. And I'm mad too because, you know, I want to be I want to be starlit, and they're in the way. Why are they in an energy of death, team? Hermit is in the reverse, these karmic siblings, so we can move forward real quick. Why are they in that? We know what they're planning and doing. They've been doing this since the collective's young adult years. So, but why are they having that experience here? Why are they in this energy as it pertains to their experience? What's happening to them? Because of the Empress? They're in this energy because of the Empress? Because they can't heal? Or what they did to an Empress? Wow. Seven of Cups is coming in the reverse. They're running out of options. It says, not every option not every option that you're given will be a great option for you. What they did to the Empress, so they're in some kind of death energy. They tried to steal healing. What is this? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. They wouldn't stop messing with the Empress. They wouldn't stop trying to stop the Empress. Yeah, Six of Swords. Yeah, they're in the reverse. They wouldn't stop causing chaos. Look at Six of Swords. Look at all that blue. They wouldn't stop lying. They wouldn't stop trying to cause. They came and caused all sorts of chaos. They wouldn't stop trying to affect your health. But some of you, look at this Six of Swords. They wouldn't stop trying to. This bitch is nuts. They could be fighting or arguments that they're experiencing chaos because, yeah. Look at it. As soon as I said that, Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They are, because they keep bringing it your way. See, that's something that's also going. They keep following you around, creating it, looking for children of the corn that they can fucking put a stoofer on. Because these people might as well bet they goddamn bottom dollar that they all got some shit on that ass. Whether they know it or not. It's called a compel. It's why some people are doing the shit and don't even understand why the fuck they're doing it. Yep. Five of Wands. It says a good coven lets every witch have a say. This is a tyrant. Their way or the highway, and they don't see no other perspective. They could also be like bullying within their own, anyway. We did have a reading come out yesterday how some people are scared. This could be how somebody became scared too, because they realized she like a tyrant. She's like a tyrant. It says tidy up your life so that you can make space for something better. And that's what you've been doing. And this person keeps possibly sending. You've been tidying up your life. You've gone through this whole process yeah. So they sent filth. That's, you can do that too. I don't want to get too deep in on the side of that, but just know, collective, yeah, it was never you. It was never you. It was never nothing wrong with you. It was your jealous, the people you grew up with, and then everyone else that they manifested to be a part of it. Okay. Chaos. It says, all aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. They're stuck in an old chapter because they keep trying to keep you stuck in an old chapter. Ask what they're experiencing. They're experiencing chaos. They're stuck. Maybe they're trying to get away from the law. They're trying to run away. The very things that they say that you are is what they're doing right now, which is why they have a coven of anunches. That's why they're doing all this little weird shit. Because they're trying to get away from some shit and then trying to scapegoat you to kind of basically take your life. All these people are going, ooh-wee. All of them. All the ass. Who does King of Pentacles? Who does motherfucker? A shop. Okay. It says, thanks for supporting local witches. Uh-oh. It says, true success isn't just about money. It's about happiness. And see, you know, these people don't fucking get that. Maybe you did. Maybe you do. Okay? It's like, it ain't just about keeping up with the Joneses. It's like, but if everything that you're doing to get that is creating a ripple effect of sleepless nights, misery, you got to do more fuckery to stay on top of your reality, then is it happiness entirely? There's people who got the stuff, but why are they miserable right now? There's some people who they did the deed. They got their stuff, but if they were honest, let me put it that way. If they were honest, they're miserable. And it's like, you can't even drive. Like, I would be pissed if I got a new car and I can't enjoy it, motherfucker. I would be pissed. Because the whole point is that it lightens your energy. It's not just about the fact that you are mobile and you can go from point A to point B. The whole point of it is that it was to make you feel less burdened in life. The whole point, the reason why people want transportation, which I actually like the idea of being chauffeured, but the reason why any of us, seek to have our own personal mode of transportation is because it's the premise under it, outside of the ghetto fabulous shit, the premise under it is that it's supposed to lighten you because you feel burdened or heavier when you're trying to do anything that's going to be more than within a 3 to 5 mile radius. It becomes more costly and burdensome if you have to do, and it's time consuming, it's a robber of time if you're trying to, be on the bus or walk. So it's like the premise is to lift somebody's energy, not to feel so heavy. But that's hard to hold very long past the initial high and excitement when everything that you've done and have to continue to do is and you gotta watch your back. You don't know what might happen because they're out here doing some wild out shit. You don't know who gonna send who to do what when, because some people ain't gonna care. it defeated the point. And that's what some of these people are experiencing thanks to whoever these karmic siblings are. They were hell-bent on bringing chaos to you, on stopping you from being able to move forward or trying to affect that. So they could be also having an argument with a King of Pentacles. Because I have the Six of Swords in the reverse, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles be Virgo, Taurus, Cap. And Seven of Pentacles that invested in them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Now we got, nigga, now we got the Emperor and the Empress out, bitch. Oh, shit. Three of Cups is going into the reverse. Look at, these people was celebrating, doing the Toyota jump. Look at the witches. Celebrating. We are the champion. This is them. No, yeah, that was their energy, bitch. Control freaks. Authority figures, but it's something going into the reverse for them. We're talking about their energy right now. So I have Three of Cups reverse. Seven of Cups reverse. Look at this, even somebody in a wheelchair, bitch. I ain't even said they could have had. They have no fucking, just foul. Just foul. Ain't no length or no bottom in which they won't go. They be fucking outsourcing to handicapped people and shit. Good gravy. All right, what are they sad about? Let's move on here. What are they sad about? We do have the death. We have what? Death, the moon in reverse. We had the hanged man in the reverse. The hermit in the reverse. Death is in the upright. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright. I'm getting all the majors out so I can narrow something down here. There's the Hermit. I want to clarify the Three of Cups reversed by the majors. Some of the majors, with the exception of the Emperor and Empress. Moon in reverse. Constantly trying to figure out how they can turn the wheel in their favor. This has been a part of their problem instead of, how about grow up? How about that? How about become someone that applies their own message to themselves? They are not happy. Okay. There's definitely communication going forth with this throat chakra energy right here. They're not happy about the truth that you are speaking. Archangel Gabriel energy. They're not 9, 10, 11, 12. December is, there's that 12 again. They are not. If I'm not mistaken, 12 is the hanged man. 39 breaks down to a 12. Oh boy. Okay. They are not happy about you speaking about what they did to sacrifice you and your children, what they have done to cause stagnation in your life, whatever they stole, whatever they played a role in, and you communicating. People could be talking to them, asking them, like, what did you do? Stop lying, bitch, for 5 minutes. Stop lying for 5 fucking minutes. What did you do? Because you did something. Why are you there anyway? You look suspect. What did you do? There's definitely some communication that they're not happy about right now. Could be within, within family or a family. A door to personal happiness and healing is in the reverse. Yeah, they're not going to be able to, because they deceitful. They lied. Deceit. They lied. They were deceitful about what was causing the unhappiness in your life, what you were upset about. They lied. And still lying. They could have also lied, if some of you, if there's anything to do with a gift, inheritance, anything like that, they lied, period. Yep, they lied about stealing, door to value in the reverse. They lied. They lied about trying to fetch your money. They lied about stealing. For some of you, they were messing with mail. They were paying. Yes, this shit is crazy. They lied about why you don't have money, but they also lied about why they don't. Because some of them have already fallen. That's why they're hoovering you around. Because when they were on top of the world, you know what I'm saying? They was where they at, was paying prospective people to continue to harass you and collecting papers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, action in the reverse. They lied about they were supposed to possibly do something to fix something and they didn't. They were they were supposed to either fix something, stop something, admit something. They're angry because deceit. This is also bullying people to not take certain actions. They lied about having anything to do with like fucking with the judicial system or spreading lies and rumors so that people look at they trying, ain't they? They lied about fucking with your head and doing crown chakra rituals and magic in which they're doing in real time as I speak. For some of you, they lied with the deceit. They said that you wouldn't do anything. That you were weak. And it's got deceit. And it's like coming out like, wrong, this bitch. Yes, she is, bitch. Yes, she is. That you, the little stoofer and all that shit, bitch. Nigga. Yes, she is. And she gonna do it her way. Her way. Patience in the reverse. Yeah, this is frustrating now. This is also patience in reverse. Yeah, definitely frustrated and sick. Thinking woman, the world in the reverse. Communication about, There could be also people that are deciding to no longer want to take any actions against you. That's for some of you, okay? Are deciding like, look, this is costing too much. Happy family in the reverse. Door to personal healing and happiness is in the reverse. This is costing my family. Patience, which represents in Sagittarian energy, can represent family as well. This is costing too much. In the grand scheme of things, this is starting to cost too much. Okay, now some are ride or die and dumb as fuck, or they just don't have nothing else left to lose, so, you know, they just gonna go down in flames together. Because they're in here trying to do spells now. This is the absurdity that I'm talking about. They know I'm online. Chances are it's one of them watching now above my son's apartment doing spell work. In his grid, so building 6, Delta Manor, Beaumont, Texas. I'm putting that out there for motherfuckers that's on his side and my side. So you'll know. They got a shit ton of people in this property that work here and live here. And many of them are getting caught on candid camera. We got the moon in reverse again. We got 2 moons in reverse. The temple path, yeah, you're breaking free of these illusions. You're getting balance with this yin and yang. They cannot end you. They're ending themselves and their minions. And it's going to start by ending the things that prospectively matters to each of them the most. And it's going to look different for every last one of them, because some of them don't care nothing about humans. Humans are just, you know, objectified as means to an end, transactional experience. So they really don't truly care. Okay? So if that's the case, it's going to affect the shit that do matter. So if it's they toys, then it's they toys. Okay? If it's their money, then it's their money. If it's their looks, then it's their looks. If it's their sex life and relationships and addictions, then it's their sex life, relationships, and addictions. If it's their reputation, if this is about needing to be seen a certain way, you know, fame and acclaim and high, you know, all this praise and all that stuff is going to start to dwindle. Whatever it is, okay, sad, very sad. Throat chakra, patience in the reverse, action reverse, yeah. What's the judgment and what's happening to them? What's the judgment? What's happening and what's going to keep happening as they persist? What's going to escalate? And what's going to increase in veracity and severity as them and their little, you know, flying monkeys, destruction of environment, as they're, damn, for trying to create destruction to you guys' environment, it's going to be destruction to the environment. They want to fuck with you. They want to fuck with your kids. It's supposed to be a destruction to the whole shit. So these people deciding to work with this energy essentially signed up 23 energy to have problems now. They're tagged, marked to have problems now. They decided to be trash. They will not have the capacity to recover. They want to fuck with the capacity for the collective and their children to fucking heal. So none of these hoes is going to have the capacity on a business level. In some cases, they're not going to overcome the hell they done brought on the land, baby. Working with these low lives. I don't care if it's the highfalutin motherfuckers working with the karmic sibling. Someone thought about getting rid of you, that would have only made it worse. That's the funny part that they don't know. That would have made the shit worse for their ass. And possibly still is, depending on the actions people take. Infamy, 71. This person could have been born in 71, acting like they're a warrior of chaos, mental illness, coming up against an actual warrior collective. Redemption, judgment. They're under judgment. Libertines and renegades. Yeah, they're under judgment. They couldn't be under judgment on this. Healing, liberation, 29. You'll be liberated. There's other people that's trying to liberate themselves from this fanatical person. They're fanatics. She's a hypocrite. Fanatical belief in hypocrisy. She's a fucking hypocrite. And her little nunches. Yeah. Theft and destruction. How you gonna be talking some highfalutin, high and mighty shit when you're a thieving whore? I'm just saying, how, when this is if somebody could be 59 years old involved in this shit, a thieving hoe, intellectual richness, stealing your shit. How you gonna, your whole ass gonna sit up here and talk about you high and mighty and shit, and you're stealing shit, helping somebody to steal shit? People crazy. They crazy. They crazy. Talking high and mighty, but sit here plotting and stalking people and sprinkling shit. And then talking about bless Jesus. Fucking with a disabled young man's place and shit. And they just sleep good. And then want they little tiny Tim to go, bitch, you have owned crack. You own drugs. Black magic, I told you. Judgment is being called. This could be by the higher ups, right? Judgment. They lack wisdom. Same card came out. They gonna be crying, trying to get some redemption and liberation, okay, for what they did to you when this all unfolds. Okay? You're trying to heal and recover your life and clean up your life and do all these things, and you got these trashy motherfuckers hoovering your life, doing crazy shit. Trying to keep you stuck in some kind of weird ass cycles. Yeah. 5-5. Yeah. Trying to bring endings with all this chaos and conflict to you. Constant chaos and conflict. Constant challenges and shit. It's going to come out that this bitch is nothing but being full of ego and hatred. And they projected that onto you because they had this shit in secret because they were fucking thieves. And they wanted to hide the fact that they were thieves. So they wanted to keep you upset to make it look like you're just somebody filled with ego and hatred. But the truth of the matter is they are. And they have always been. This is why they have been trolling your life since you were a fucking teenager. Young adult. And when you start morphing into your own and getting attention and standing in your own, they couldn't fucking handle it. Yeah. Motivation. Opposites, extreme opposites, opposing factions. They used that. They manipulated those types of environments and situations. That's how they did it. And they're under judgment for that. To motivate people to come for you. Traitor. And conspiracies. And rage. Okay, yeah, for creating these traitors and conspiracies against you, they're going to be enraged. Okay, and people are going to be enraged. People are going to start to trade against this person because of how this is all going to come out, what the real truth about all this really is. Okay. Vegas, Family. Focused, twin flame. In the reverse, eyes for you, fascinated. Okay, yeah, people are unhappy. It's going to come out about how this person just didn't want people to focus on you, didn't want you to focus, didn't, yeah. Yeah. In order to get people to take a risk and a gamble on them. Weird bitch. In the past, she's a weird hoe, man. They need to know. They possibly do know. Everybody that's fucking with me and mine, they might as well just go and accept it. I don't give a fuck. They keep doing the shit they doing. They can keep at it and accept what's coming with that as well. Do it till they satisfied. But there will be sparing none. You play with the devil in the devil's territory with the devil's games, you're going to get the devil's prizes. Sparing none. Men, women, children, boys, and girls. Today. Family is in the reverse. Ooh, for trying to, eyes for you, fascinated, watching, projected in the past. Interesting. So we have the future in reverse today. Their future is not bright. Something is going to become clear. Okay. Somebody's life is over for the risk that they took. This energy's life is possibly over for the risk that they took. You know, gambling, coming against you, getting people to come against you, trying to poison you, distracting people with parties and drinks and shit. That's this whole MO. Yeah, sending telepathic communication, fucking with people in their dreams. Family member in the reverse. Social media, fake profile. It's going to become clear to some people, family members, like, oh my God. What this person hid. It could be trying to hide something. Yeah, cleansing. Scared, anxiety. It's crazy. Because they causing problems. This energy is causing problems for anybody that wants to be a part of their shit. By getting a gang of people involved to come against us, doing spell work on us, our children. As I speak, they bring in hell to them. It's a matter of time before everybody suffers. getting people to call their old grandma, granny, and they auntie, sister, so and so from Louisiana, and all this. They basically creating. This is a death wish. This is a suicide mission. That is what the fuck they doing. It's a fucking suicide mission. By calling all these practitioners in here, that's suicide mission for them as well. She could be also trying to get over the past or imply telling people that she's trying to cleanse. Please help me. Because they start playing the victim. I'm confused. Please help me. I feel like my life is waning here. Please, I'm trying to cleanse. I'm trying to do better. I'm scared. They're not scared. Not in the way they need to be. They're not scared. They bring in their ass. They're still doing spells on me and my son. They're still getting their little raggedy ass and lunches to put shit around his unit. They're not scared. They scared to go to jail. They're scared to be found out. They're not scared. They're going around provoking people, doing shit to people, and then play scared. Like, oh my God, they're not scared. And they certainly the fuck ain't cleansing. If they didn't want no negativity, they wouldn't have brought no negativity to the collective. If they didn't want no problems, no shade, no negativity, no drama, no nothing, they wouldn't have brought their whole ass nowhere near the collective, bringing problems and trying to cause problems if they didn't want any of that. They would have kept their whole ass in their life somewhere else in the universe. Instead of migrating their ass to where the collective is, if they didn't want no shade and problems. They wouldn't have brought shade and problems to the collective. And that goes for all of them. Let the record show. That goes for not only this karmic sibling, that goes for all these motherfuckers. If they did not want no shade and problems, they wouldn't have been stealing. They wouldn't have been doing spell work. They wouldn't have been sprinkling shit now nowhere. They wouldn't have been putting no shit in diapers or nothing else if they didn't want no fucking problems. They wouldn't have been playing no petty games with authority figures to try to entrap the collective and to try to trigger, provoke, and to misuse their positions here if they didn't want no fucking problem. They wouldn't have been entering the premises four-eyed ass. They wouldn't have been doing none of that shit if they didn't want no problems. They wouldn't have been illegally surveilling and following us around if they didn't want no fucking problems. They wouldn't have been putting shit on groceries and playing that kind of weirdy shit if they didn't want no fucking problems. And they sure the fuck wouldn't have been trying to sacrifice my goddamn son and doing shit if they didn't want no problems for them and theirs. Period. They wouldn't have been squawking around with pretentious, arrogant derision as they do their fuckery if they didn't want no problems. These people wanted them problems. Yes, they did. They wanted problems because they wanted that money. They wanted that money, they wanted that vengeance, they wanted that cop. So they want these problems. I'm scared. I'm cleansing. I'm really trying to cleanse. I'm scared. So they try to see who they can fuck. Who they can come get to fuck them. Please, could you give me a ticket? I'm scared. I'm scared to come back to Vegas. We have a Leo involved, a lover. Leo, I told you. A Leo is involved. 4th house. This could be a lover that you had in the past, or one of their past lovers that's a Leo, or a Leo that's involved, that's someone else's past lover that they could be reaching out to. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared for my family. You're not there. Yeah, they should be, but in a different way. They're not scared. Y'all know why I'm talking like this. These people not, that's how I feel. I'm like, they're not scared. No, they not. These people aren't. No, they're not. They're not scared. None of these, no, they're not. As far as I'm concerned, none of these people are scared. Because to me, scared implies when you're scared, you cease and desist the shit that you feel is causing problem. When you're really scared, you cease and desist. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck this person no more. I ain't finna mock them. I ain't finna sprinkle shit, bitch. I'm not finna cast no spell, bitch. I ain't doing shit. I ain't finna stalk their social media. I'm not finna to interfere and do no false testimony. I ain't signing shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. When you scared, you're done. You ain't plotting no more. You ain't trying to figure out who you can weasel. When you are scared, you're done. You take your ass, you call somebody, you take your ass and go, look, I messed up, I'm doing this and that. Okay, I'm done. Look, forget it, y'all, job's over, project, it's like, it's that vibe. You certainly don't have somebody get their auntie in them and somebody to come do some more spells. You certainly don't look for some weirdo TikToker or YouTuber who ain't got no wisdom, but they've been practicing for 1,000 years and they'll do anything for money to do something better. You certainly don't look for corruption within the local leadership and government when you're scared. A lover could be scared as well, collective. This could be a lover that's scared and wanting to cleanse. because they're realizing something here. They could also maybe be scared for you, and one because they, you know, they could be scared for you because they realize like these people are actually psychopaths, not in no slang, urban, cutesy, just being sassy. Like, no, their behavior is warranting the statement. They're trying to cause physical harm to people. They're psychotic. They're trying to cause mental, emotional, and physical problem for a disabled person. That's psychosis. They're psychotic. That's psychosis. That's dangerous. That's not something that should be taken lightly. If people are willing to go to these extremes, these are psychotic people. Yeah, North Node in the reverse. This is a karmic. Also about the past, you know. Yeah, the rigidity that they cause, this whole stuckness. Aries, didn't I say it? For a car. Aries may feel stuck. Somebody may feel stuck with Aries because they wanted a car. So somebody could be trying to reach out to their family or their siblings like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Well, I can tell you this, appeasing Aries ain't gonna save you. I tell you that. How do I know? I lived it. That's how I can say it. I've appeased many narcissists, and it don't save you. It don't help you. It makes it worse for you. And once you're all dried up, and once they realize that you are no longer a viable supply, once it gets to that point, and it will always get to that point, because you're going to get to a place of exhaustion and collapse. And when that happens, they're going to dispose of you the same way they had you to help them get rid of whoever they wanted to get rid of. And you're going to have your own shit ton of karma and ramification to deal with for whatever it is that you've done with them and on their behalf. So they can't help you and save you. Aries can't do shit for you, but take you down with them. And they will scapegoat you when the rubber meets the road because you were stupid enough to get your hands dirty on their behalf. Yeah, the self. Somebody is like, craft is going into the reverse. Somebody is scared for their life. Physical body here. This person could be sick. Somebody could be in this energy of like, this person's crazy. They do this to have assets. Assets here. This is insanity. They're willing to take people out and cause problems for people for assets. I told y'all, human commissary, grocery store. The energy grocery store, bitch. Somebody's about to lose their craft though, their business possibly. Fucking with this hoe. They about to lose their business, their craft, their skill set, bitch. Yeah, wisdom, karma, Saturn. Challenge because of what they did. Call themselves teaching you a lesson. It's out of pocket. Learn your lessons, motherfuckers, in the universe, before you call yourself going around teaching somebody. You don't even know how to fucking self-reflect. Learn your own goddamn lesson. Talking about you teaching somebody. Teach yourself. You teaching somebody. Teach yourself how to be a legit bitch. How to heal. How to evolve. For real. Teach yourself how to overcome your inner child wounds. For real. For real, for real, for real. For real. How to stop talking Jesus, Bible, religion, spirituality, and go get the shit done. Learn how to do that. Maybe they'll stop being crazy. Learn how to do that. Then folks won't have to hide and go get, herds of toxic people to do their bidding. Learn how to do that. And stop playing cleansing and go fucking cleanse for real. Inside, not an outfit, not a Bible verse. Inside, consciousness, woundings, all that, the disconnect. NPCs, see, that's the point. It ain't gonna happen with them. They're gone. They're done. They're primitive. They're parasites. And as I speak, and what do a parasite do? A parasite what? Leeches on and seeks. It does not have consciousness. It does not have a moral compass. It does not have any sense of structure and ethics whatsoever. It simply just roams around. Even as I speak, it's roaming around upstairs. The parasites. Doing shit that they're going to pay for later today. Now, I told y'all they were in here doing shit. I knew. They're in here, my energy and my son's energy. I know that. That's about all they got left in life. I know that. I know what they're doing. They're going to pay for it later. Them and they people. Do you understand? Let it be known. So you all need to hear it now. When shit start happening and you ready to look at the collective like it's something to do with a fault to us, no, baby. These are decisions and actions that they're all making, and so them and their people shall eat the fruit thereof. So when it hits, understand this is it. This is why. Don't look at us. Don't side-eye us. Don't look over here at us. We live by the decisions we make. And as will they. Don't look your ass side-eyeing us like we did something. The easy solution for everybody would have been leave the collective and their children the fuck alone. That was the short answer, the quick answer, and the easy solution nobody wanted, because it meant they don't get all the things that they want to get, or can't keep all the things in which they've gotten, or their unnatural passions aren't sedated if they are to cease and desist their fuckery. That would have been the answer. That's the easy answer. That would have been the easy solution for all these motherfuckers. You wanted to go away, stop fucking with the person's life. Easy answer. Easy fix. Maybe not easy for them to do, but it's definitely an easy and simple solution. And they couldn't do that. They just had to pile on. They have some kind of point to prove, and that point is going to lead them to what it's going to lead them to. You fuck with our money, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with our health and our well-being, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with our children, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with our stability, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with any of our shit, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with our social media, yours is going to get dealt with. You fuck with our mobility, yours is going to get fucked with. You fuck with our mind in any way, shape, form, or fashion to trigger us, yours is going to get fucked with. Simple as that. Simple as that. You gang up on us, you gonna get ganged up on, baby. That's that. Yeah, that's correct. You gang up on us, you gonna get ganged up on. You take advantage of innocence and disabled people. Anything innocent that you got left is going to be dealt with. Trash. You try to make us go crazy. You try to make us look some kind of way before the world so you can go off pretending like you're innocent, calm, cool, and collected. You're going to be exposed for what you are. A fraud. A trickster. Keep trying to affect our vibration. Keep trying to affect our resonance. Keep trying to get narcissistic supply. You're going to drop and die. And everything that matters to you. House in reverse. They're about to get kicked out. They're about to lose their stability for trying to cause yours. Now, many of you want to go on, but the whole point, because you ain't stupid. You don't want to be around a bunch of snakes. But this is also why they keep migrating around you to take from you. As they fuck up their lives, as they get karma, as they run and burn their bridges, they hoover you around to come take what you make for yourself. That's how they've been doing that. That's why they hoover you around the world. Because y'all not like them. Y'all ain't got a problem with leaving trash. You ain't got a problem. You don't want to be near nobody that you can't stand. You don't want nothing that they fucking got. Yeah, mature man. Oh boy. Woo. A thief is coming in reverse. Uh-oh, something that they stole or tried to steal. They finna go to jail. They finna to go to jail. If they're not already, they finna go to jail. They could be in spiritual prison. But or somebody that's in jail is going to do the honorable thing. Something to do with somebody's maybe offspring that was involved in something here to steal a gift. Yeah, they still going up and down the stairs right now and doing shit. And listen, let me say this for the record. When they're not going up and down the stairs doing shit, they're playing with the technology to provoke you, because these are the same people that has access to the devices and the technology. This is a part of psychological warfare. This shit is weak as fuck. It's weak as fuck. It's weak. This shit is weak. It's weak and it's desperate. It's given desperate. Lovers. Yeah, so they're about to, yeah. Somebody wants to do the honorable thing here, because These people won't stop trying to block messages, or somebody wanted to do the honorable thing and they blocked a message. Somebody's adult child blocked some kind of a message possibly here. Or they stopped some, yeah. Shit, they better get smart. They better get smart. They better fucking get smart. Because your mammy ain't gonna be able to do shit for you. I done been telling these people this shit for years, and they about to find out in real time. Your mammy ain't gonna be able to do shit for you. Your daddy, if they filed, if they've been part of this, y'all don't give a fuck if she crazy witch, you gonna take her shit upon yourself, essentially. Wealthy man in the reverse. Unexpected income in the reverse. Yeah, buddy. Adjudication is in the reverse. What they did with the judicial system, offer something to the judicial system, did some kind of a manipulation, whatever it is. They could have been trying to act like they wanted to do the honorable thing by a child. Wow. Yeah. They wanted, yeah, these people were trying to get access to your children. This whole community gonna end up fucked if they don't. Whew. Mature woman in reverse, child. That's this witch hole. That's this distorted witch hole. Trying to imprison you so they can get a hold of your kid. Blocking messages pertaining to some shit like that. I'm gonna have some fun in a few minutes. What's their lot? Actually, I think I'm gonna go on this website. There's something I think I gotta go ahead and submit. I already submitted the first portion. I'm going to go, and they give you information and a ticket number if you have updated information. I think I need to go on that and provide some updated information that I have. I think I'm gonna do that after I get off, finish this reading, and clear me and my son's energy and space. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I know it's Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that so that way by the time Monday and Tuesday come around,
Thanksgiving is canceled.
It'll be fresh and waiting.
And those are all the holidays too, except birthday presents.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Provide some more documentation that I've gotten, some more information that I've received. I think I'm gonna go ahead and then share not only theirs, but share their minions' information. Shouldn't have fucked with me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, they're about to lose these privileges here. Whatever this marriage is, community in the reverse, adjudication reverse, them trying to steal your privilege, take from you, trying to take your child. Yeah, they're about to get a message of concern. Okay. Woo, let me go. Let me get going so I can clear my energy up. And then do some other shit I'm fixing to do. Yeah, healing energy. Oh boy, there's some healing energy here. Okay. You're not going to have any financial constraints, or these constraints are going to be healed. Okay. Collective, if that's what you're wondering about, like healing, positive vibes, something, you know, whatever these people were doing for money, sending darkness to you for money. Yeah, these uncaring connections. People getting money to send this toxicity to you to get victories. You're about to get a victory, and they're going to be unhappy. So all of this unhappiness that they have been able to create in these this theft, these uncaring situations for money, it's about to be a change. They're about to get a message of concern. They sure the fuck is.